Hello and welcome to the Canadian Edge. Today we're going to be looking at a knife from SOG. It is called the SOG Pent Arc. It is a tactical knife that SOG designed for defense carry by military and law enforcement agents. And I'm neither of those, but I really like this knife. It has a blade of 4.0 inches. Closed, it's 4.8 inches. Open, it is 8.8 inches. So it is a bigger knife. If you compare it to, I carry the Mini Griptilian a lot with me. You can see it's quite a bit bigger than the Mini Griptilian. So it is a larger knife, which makes it good for defensive purposes. If you were carrying it and you needed to protect yourself, that was the design idea of this. So it has a weight of 4.4 ounces. The steel is VG10, so it's a good steel, keeps an edge for a long time. Yeah, it should hold a good edge and be a good durable knife because you can rely on the VG10, and it is a spear point plain edge. And this edge here is a false edge, your cutting edge. You can't really see it on here, but the tip on the top is sharpened. And so that's the only sharpening on the top of the blade. It also has the blood groove in it, which I think makes it look a little more stylish, and I like the look of that. The handle is glass reinforced nylon, and it does have a lot of texturing in it to give you a good grip, and it also has the SOG written on it so that you know it's a SOG knife. The pocket clip is a deep carry, tip up, and it is a reversible pocket clip, so you can carry it ambidextrously and use it left-handed, which makes it a versatile knife as well. And the SOG Pent Arc has an interesting lock on it. If you are familiar with Benchmade, you know access lock on the Benchmade. Well, SOG has done a very similar lock with the Pent Arc. It's got the two little knobs that you grab and pull back, and it releases the lock on the blade, which also allows you, like the Benchmade, you can flip open the knife and, flip it closed like the Benchmade. Or you can use the thumb studs, which are on both sides, and it opens that way as well. You do have some castellation up there and also on the bottom, which helps with the grip. There's a little bit of a divot in here where the thumb studs are, which allows you to get your finger in there, and it gives you a bit more grip, and then castellations on top give you a good grip. So it's an easy knife to hang on to. And so this would make a good everyday carry knife. Like I say, I've used it camping and hiking. It does the jobs out there. Versatile enough to do. You wouldn't necessarily chop big branches or anything with this, but if you're needing to cut ropes and different things, it'll do that. Let's take a look at the sharpness of this knife. It might need a sharpening. I haven't sharpened it for a while, but it seems to be still cutting, kind of. Oops, now it's tearing. So I might have to give it a little bit of a sharpen but I have used it for different things around the home, and as I say, out camping and that. When I went camping this couple months ago, this is the knife I took, and it cuts through the zip tie pretty good. So the edge is still good enough that you could do a lot of the jobs that you have to. Cuts through that cord fairly easy. Cuts through, I think, that cord fairly easy. So yes, it's a good knife. The things that I really like about this, number one, I love the aesthetics of it. I think it's just a very good looking knife. I like the tactical look to it. I like the handle. The handle is very comfortable in your hand. It's not too thick, but it's thick enough you got stuff to hang on to. I like the little divot there, gives you that extra grip, and then the castellation on top gives you good purchase, so that if you're using it for slashing or that, you've got a good grip, or even just cutting, you've got a good grip with it. So very easy to hang on to, super easy to open and close. It the mechanism works really well in it, and it's very easy to open and close. I like that. Very smooth. And I like the way it sits in the pocket with the deep carry. It covers most of the knife. Very little of it shows, so that it isn't sticking out of your pocket too much. So yeah, I really like this knife. I find it very easy to use. Even though it's a little bigger size, it isn't huge bulky because of the weight and the slimness of it. It is a fairly slim knife, so it isn't all that bad in your pocket, and that being it's a bigger knife. And what do I not like about this knife? Really not much. It's pretty well designed. The only thing I might change out just aesthetically is the pivot screw. It doesn't necessarily look that great, but other than that, functionally it functions great, and the rest of the knife I really like the way it feels. You've got the open spine for keeping it nice and clean, and you do have the stainless steel liners underneath the scales. So yeah, it is a good knife, and you'll notice it does have the SOG branding on it, on the handle, on the scales there. You can see. Sorry, my light's a little bad here. I've got sunlight coming in the window. You got SOG there, and on the pocket clip you've got SOG there as well. So SOG definitely wants you to know it is one of their knives. And as I say, it is a knife that I use a lot and really enjoy. If you watch my everyday carry video, this was one of the knives that was in the video. So that is the Pent Arc by SOG. There is a different series that SOG did of different Pent knives, they call them, and they made them again for military and law enforcement defensive carry. The SOG Pent Arc. Thank you for joining us on this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments that you'd like to leave below, please do. Otherwise, I hope you'll like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be doing another review in a few days. But until then, stay safe and stay sharp.